Hey YouTubers, this is a video response to the Brewed Palate. Just basically talking about what we're all about, the homebrew community. So let me first off saying I want to give a huge shout out to CraigTube. That's by far the first YouTube videos I started watching as a newbie in homebrewing. And so he really, back then when I used to watch his videos, that's when he used to do a lot of brewing videos and really got me addicted to homebrewing. So now going back, so basically in November of 2012, so it's been 1 year for me. I was going through a store. I don't remember if it was our local Myers or Kohl's. I saw a Mr. Beer kit on sale for $30. And at that point, I'd never even thought of homebrewing. Never crossed my mind, didn't know anyone that homebrewed. So I went and picked it up, brought it home, read the instructions for a while, was overwhelmed with it almost. I'm like, oh my god, can I actually do this myself? Read all the instructions, brewed it up. Let's see, I think it was a Mr. Beer American Light, and it turned out pretty good. Easily as good as like a Bud Light or Miller Light or better. And I thought, okay. So I went and picked up an Oktoberfest. Brewed that up and thought that turned out fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And from there it took off. I did about 4 extracts, all with my Mr. Beer kit. Then I did a partial grain extract kit, my first 5-gallon. I did, I went and bought a fermenting bucket, all that kind of stuff. So at that point, I had very little in equipment. I had bought a 30-quart pot that I was doing my boils in. And then from there it took off. I then went and bought got on sale for like $40. I bought a nice 7.5 gallon pot, and I started taking off from there with all my brewing. Quickly went to all grain. Converted a 5-gallon igloo cooler to a mash tun. Made my first all grain with it, and it turned out pretty good. And from there, I've made probably this past weekend. I made, I think, my 10th all grain batch, and it was my first attempt at an 11-gallon. So I've slowly been upping all my equipment. I turned my 5-gallon mash tun into a 50-quart or 52-quart Coleman Extreme. I'm not using my 7.5 gallon boil kettle anymore. I bought a kegel and I converted that for my boil kettle. I have just swapped out my wort chiller for a plate chiller. And the sky's the limit on things I still need. I still need a hot liquor, a bigger hot liquor tank. I would love to get a conical for fermenting. The list just goes on and on and on and on. I need a brew stand. That's a cool thing about home brewing is you look at some people that have the electric setups that are just phenomenal. I love it. You see some people that have the 3-tier stands from Blickman. Awesome. Love them. You see some people like me that use a little rolling cart and put the burner on top of that, and then I put a table out and put my mash tun on that. That works too. Slowly, I would like to get build a nice brew stand and everything to put all my stuff on. But you can see, and a lot of people are doing it in their kitchen, which I will never do again because I've had a boil over in the kitchen again, and many of you know what that means. I mean, that is just a freaking mess that you never want to deal with. I will never again brew in my house. I do everything in my garage. So that's just basically where it all stemmed from. And YouTube now has just taken off. I did my first video, I think, back in February. I've got over 100 subscribers now. I subscribe to tons and tons of people. Like I said, it all started with CraigTube, and then it just took off from there, watching all the videos. There's at least 10 to 15 to 20 people or more that I watch every single week, and I try to watch more if I have time. So that's basically it. I absolutely love homebrewing. Oh, the thing I forgot too is I also do hard cider. I also do white wine, and I just did my first red wine a few months back. It's sitting in bottles now, and it's been aging a little over a month. and we're going to sample that for the first time probably in a couple months. We're going to let that sit for a good 3 months in bottles before we even try it. So I'm big into hard cider, love the white wine I've made, and I love all grain home brewing. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Thanks for asking us to put all these videos out, and I will talk to you guys later. Cheers.